Hi, my name is Faith Marie Brown, and I'll be completing my narrative speech today. The story I'll be telling you is the story of Hadassah, the young Jewish girl who became known as Queen Esther. Our story begins long before Hadassah was even born, with Samuel, the prophet of the Lord, and King Saul. Samuel went to the king one day and told him that the Lord wished to settle accounts with the Amalekite nation for opposing Israel when they were in Egypt. The Lord said to completely destroy the entire Amalekite nation, all of their people and all of their beasts, to leave no one alive. King Saul went to do just this, but in the end defied the Lord and spared their king, King Agag, and his best animals. And in doing so, Saul lost the favor of the Lord, his position as king, and ensured that the Amalekites would survive. As a young child, Hadassah's family was murdered by Haman, leader of the Agagites, and descendants of the Amalekites. The Agagites held just as much of a prejudice against the Israelites as their forefathers, who Hadassah just happened to be an Israelite. Her cousin Mordecai saved her and raised her as his own in Susa, the capital of Persia, working as a palace scribe to provide for her. Fast forward to when Hadassah was a young lady, and during this time, King Vashti celebrated with a banquet of all that was happening in the kingdom, and in the last week invited all of Susa to attend, and on the last few days required that Queen Vashti attend and show all of her beauty to him and the people. But Queen Vashti declined, refused to come, and had her title removed and was banished from the kingdom. An edict came down from King Xerxes, saying that all the beautiful young virgins of Susa and the surrounding area were to be brought to the palace to be prepared to become a queen's candidate for their one night with the king. During this time, they spent countless hours in beauty treatments and learning how to speak, talk, walk, and look like a queen. When Hadassah was first brought to the palace, her and her uncle Mordecai decided that she would continue to hold her Hebrew faith, but would go by a different name, Esther of Persia. Right off, Haggai, the enchant of the king, who was overseeing all of the queen's candidates' preparation, favored Hadassah, and it showed in how she was treated and what she received. In the end, not only did his enchant favor Hadassah, but also King Xerxes favored her and fell in love with her. Their one night was spent not in intimate contact, but in intimate conversation. And in the end, Hadassah became queen of Persia. As she went through being queen, she learned of a plot made by Haman, who is now a high official of Xerxes, to destroy all of the Hebrew nation in all of Persia, to use their own Persian neighbors against them, saying that they could murder them and take all of their valuables. Mordecai asked her to go before the king, even though she had not been brought before the king in over 30 days, and knowing that it would risk her life if he were to not lower his scepter to her. So she told Mordecai, "Gather all of the Jews you know and fast. My handmaids and I will do the same. Fast and pray for 3 days, and then I will go before the king." After the fasting, she went before the king, and the king granted her request and her life, saying that he would spare the people, that he would make a law saying that the Jews and the Hebrews could defend themselves against their Persian neighbors, and that they could plunder all of the valuables of their attackers in return, and also had Haman killed. Hadassah worked through this all and became queen and saved her people, all with the Lord's help. Thank you.